everyone, hello lovelies, welcome to my channel, welcome to Top Stitches. If this is your first time coming across us, you're highly welcome. Please consider subscribing, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate. So today we are going to be drafting a corset pattern. That is what we are going to be looking to learn today, how to draft a corset and all there is to know. And after stitching it, this is the outcome of the cutting, the drafting, the cutting, the stitching. This is what it's going to be looking like, and the sewing video is going to be coming up very soon. So please, you need to subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post that video. For now, we are just going to be learning how to draft everything there is to know. So please consider subscribing. So these are the things we are going to be needing: the bra cups, the two materials I'm going to be deciding later on where and how to use it, and my measurements. The TW is my true waistline. It's usually somewhere between the underbust and the waistline. And my corset length I got from when I'm sitting. You take the measurement from your underbust to your laps where when you are sitting. That is how I got my corset length. So those measurements, those vertical measurements you see, those are the lines that I have on my patterns already. My shoulder to bust to underbust to true waistline to waistline, then my corset length. And the horizontal measurement you see me inputting there is my bust measurement divided by 4, because that's the highest measurement I have on my book. So now I divided it like so that I'll draft my front on that part. So I'll go ahead and input my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, which is 4 inches. Make a straight line, and after that the remaining part of my front bodies I will divide into 2 again and make a straight line there. That's because I want to have as many panels to add my dart as possible. On the center front on my bust line, I'll come in by 0.5 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect from that 0.5 inches to my under bust. On the other part of it, I know our bust is fuller on that part, yes, so I'll just go in with 4 inches since the other side already have 3.5 inches. So this is it. I just used broken lines to connect like so. And for the dart on the under bust is going to be 1 inch on both sides. That is what you can see me marking now. And those broken lines are just like a guide so that dart will really be sitting on the cup area very well. So connect it like so downwards. That is what you can see me doing now. Pencil it to the bust line, connect it like this. Then on the other panel line, that line I will be imputing 0.5 inches, that's half of an inch. I'll connect it like so and also pencil it to the bust line. So after this now, I'll go ahead and label my lines so that we don't get confused. That line is my true waistline, my waistline, and my corset length. So on this true waistline, I'll come in by 1 inch, from the sides, not from the center. This is to really get that snatched effect on the sides. So this is what I have now. I'll come back to get the marking for my curve You see the way I'm placing it. Since I already placed a dart on this cup, I'll make that line, that marking be on the center of the dart, and then I'll use a line and connect it like so. Just outline the lines, make it touch the both dart legs on each side. Take your time to connect it like so, so that when you are joining, it's easier for you. So after this, on my center front, I will be coming up by 1 inch on both sides of my cup, by 1 inch, and I'll connect it. I want to lift that cup area so that it's not too high or too low, while still using my cup as a guide, to make it cup like. That's what you can see me doing now. Connect it like so to form a nice smooth cup. So after that, I'll input my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Take it all the way down and come down by my armhole measurement, which is 9 inches. Make my armhole box like so. I'll come down by 0.75 inches for my shoulder slope. Whatever is left of my armhole line, I'll divide by 2, then come in by 0.5 inches. This is to form my armhole curve and also to eliminate excess bulge at that point when I am attaching my sleeve. So now you see that cup area is included in my armhole. I'll just go ahead and redraw that part. That is what you can see me doing now. So I'll come back for the neckline when I'm done drafting the back, which is what I'm going ahead to do now. I'll go ahead and input my bust measurement divided by 4, like what I did for the front. After that, whatever I have there, I'll divide by 3 to get my panels. You can have as many panels as you want. I just want to have 3 there. So on both sides of those lines, I will come in by half of an inch. That is what you can see me imputing. Then I will go ahead and connect it. For the back, I will make it straight. That means I'll be taking it all the way up to the bust line. Connect your lines like so. So now we'll go over to our true waistline and do same thing we did for the back. The amount of measurement you remove for the front, that is also what you'll be doing for the back, so that you have the same thing on the side seams. So now I want to raise my back. I don't want my back as low as, I think, about 21 inches, which is my corset length. I don't want my back to be as low as that. So determine how you want it. You can see me, I think I went up by 1.5 inches or thereabouts, and I connected it to my center front, and I took it straight to my center back. Go ahead and connect from your true waistline to that line. So now this is me making my shoulder and then my armhole curve, my armhole box for my back, just like I did for the front. come down by 0.75 inches. Whatever is left of it, find the midpoint and come back. For the back, I'm coming in by 0.25 inches. That is what you can see me marking, and I connected it back. So for my neckline width, I use 4 inches for the front, and for the depth I use 5 inches. That is what you can see me marking now. For this neckline, I wanted to freestyle a bit, so watch out for what I am doing. Alright, so from that place I am coming in like this, making a curve. So this is how I want my neckline to sit, to be like. For the front neckline, I'll determine after I have cut out. So now we want to work on our snatching, what we are going to be deducting. For the bust, I'm not going to be deducting anything, but for the under bust, I'll deduct 1 inch. So I'll be timesing by 2 what I have. That is what I'll be using to find my under bust. For the true waistline, I removed 1.5 inches. Whatever is left, I'll times by 2 because I'm working for both the front and the back. I did same for my waist. I removed 1.5 inches. Whatever I have left, I am going to times by 2. So now we'll start imputing from our bust, our under bust. Move your tape from one dart leg to the other. Take it from there and move it to the second one. Do same for all of them. Keep moving from one dart leg to the other, like you can see me doing now. Take your time, do it properly so that you get your accurate measurement. So now I have about 15.5 inches, which is what I will be needing. So for the under bust, I am looking for 13.5 inches. Move your tape rule from one dart leg to the other until we get our 13.5 inches. Continue, continue. Now this is where my 13.5 inches will be. For the waistline, I will go in and do the same thing. You can remove lesser than I did, or you can remove, please don't remove more than 2 inches. Don't remove more than 2 inches so that you don't go snatching the waist that you can't sit properly again. So keep moving your tape rule from one dart leg to the other. 15.5 inches, and that is what I have there. So the only difference is from my true waistline. I'll connect it like so and actually overlook it. This because I'll be having zip at the back. It's going to be an inbuilt corset, so I'll just overlook that and take that as my excess zip budge. So I'll go ahead and cut. Pay attention to how I'm going to be cutting this because I'm still going to impute that on that cup. So cut out like so. Please always level so that you don't get confused with all the panels that there is. For the front, for the back that is straight, you see the arrow I used to indicate which part is the front part and the down part. So please do same for yours. I'm cutting out my cup now. So now I'm just going to go ahead and extend this dart line. I removed 1 inch from both sides, but later I realized that the 1 inch is too wide, so I decreased it. I taped it back. This is why it's good to draft on a pattern. I taped everything back, put what I cut out and all that. I taped it back and removed 0.5 inches. Yes, that is what I did. And I also tightened my neckline by the same 0.5 inches. So it worked both ways. Okay, this is what it's going to be looking like when you cut out. After cutting it out, this is what it will be looking like. So please go ahead and label also. Make enough markings as much as possible so that you don't get confused, because you'll be needing all these patterns, all of them. I don't usually throw away my patterns when I'm making a corset, because it will serve as a guide. At a point you might get confused. All you need to do is just bring in your patterns and you're right on track again. So I'll cut out my darts, keep my patterns very well. Cut out, take your time, don't be in a rush. If you're in a rush, you might make mistakes. So I'll go ahead and connect my shoulder slope. I didn't do that before, and then I'll cut out my yoke. So cut it out. And this is it for the front. Then we'll go over for the back. Cut. You see the lines I'm following to cut out. Yes, you don't just go in cutting random lines that you have on your pattern. So after cutting the back, this is what I have. I'll go up to the yoke and also cut it out. For these back panels, I excluded some darts, and my zipper is just going to be on the from my underbust down. So for the up part, I'll need to eliminate those darts, because I'll be stitching them back on the lower part. So that is what you see me doing. I place my pattern papers like I have stitched it back, and I took my neck depth and I connected it like so. So this is what it's going to be looking like after you are done cutting all that there is to cut. Now I want this cup to be a 3-part corset. I will still come back to that. Just go ahead and recup the bust part. When you finish taping it back with all the dart that was removed, it's going to become smaller. So just place it back and cup it again and cut it again. So I want it to be a 3-part corset. I will just go ahead and remove that part and cut out that part and tape it back together, so that you'll be cutting it as one on the fabric. And after that, I'll go ahead and determine which pattern will be going on which fabric. So that is what we are going to be doing next. I'll be using A for the animal skin, and yes, that is what I want to do now. A for the animal skin and B for the black material. So that is what I'm doing now. Please, if you find this video helpful, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn on your post notification bell. Thank you.